Welcome to Prince Maths Clinic, the e-learning solution at your pace and time.
Good day, viewers, and welcome from wherever you are joining this class. Here we have this very interesting question to find the volume of the bucket below. Interestingly, this bucket that we are looking at is what? Is in a form of a frustum. And by the way, let me explain what a frustum is. A frustum is simply a portion that is cut out from a cone. So to attempt this question, I'm going to use three methods. The first method will be the traditional method, which we have been used to all the while the other two methods will be the fast method that can be used to solve this question. So use the traditional method. I would need to first of all complete the cone, and completing the cone, it will look like this. Looking at what we have on the board, I have completed the frustum into a cone, and this portion here is assumed to have been cut out from this cone. So in order for us to get the volume of this frustum, we have to first of all calculate the volume of the entire cone. Then we now calculate the volume of this smaller cone that you have here. Then you subtract the volume of this smaller cone from the volume of the entire cone. Doing that would give us what? The volume of this frustum. And let's go into it. We know that the volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r square times height. In this case, in my bigger cone, my height is from here all the way to this vertex that I have below. In the sense that, remember, in our given frustum, we're only given the height of the frustum, but on completing it to the full cone, I gave the new distance that we don't know as x. So that's going to be our height of what? Of the bigger cone. But generally, this is the volume of a cone. Therefore, to get the volume of the frustum, it will be the volume of the big cone minus the volume of the small cone. Now let me, where this is the volume of the frustum, here this is what? The volume of the what? Big cone, and this is the volume of the small cone. Now let me find out what the volume of the what? The big cone is. But to do that, I need to first of all know what this x represents. And doing that, it's quite easy. Now to calculate h, I'm going to compare And this is how I'm going to compare. I know the radius, the big radius, the ratio of the big radius to the small radius. Then the ratio of the entire height is 10 plus x over the ratio of the small height. You can see I compared ratio, the radius of the big radius of the bigger circle to the radius of the smaller circle equal to what? The entire height of the cone, which is this 10 plus x over the height of the small cone. Now our big arrow is 14, our small arrow is 7, then I have 10 plus x over x. Now 7 can go in 14 two times, so this becomes 7 here 1, 7 here 2. So permit me to write it as 2 over 1. 2 over 1. Then cross multiplying, I will have this x times 2 give me what? 2x. Then 1 times everything here will become 10 plus x. So if positive x crosses the equal to sign here, it becomes 2x minus x. Then I'm left with 10 here, 10 centimeters. So 2x minus x is just x. So it means that from here to here is 10 centimeters. So now that I know the what? The height of my what? Of the entire cone, I can now go ahead to use this formula to find out the volume of the frustum. Now my h will be what? 10 plus x. And we found out our x is what? 10. So it means the entire height is 20 centimeters. Good. So the volume of the bigger cone, using this formula of cone, which is what? 1 over 3 pi r square. Then permit me to use h, capital H in my formula in place of small h. So this becomes 1 over 3 times pi is 22 over 7 times r here is what? 14 times 14. Then times the height here is what? 20 over 1. So therefore this becomes 1 over 3 times 22 over 7 times 14 times 14 times 20, everything over 1. 7 can go in 14 two times. Then I have, what do I have left? I have 22 times 2 times 14 times 20, all divided by 3. 22 by 2 by 14 by 20, you will get 12,320. Then divided by 3. If you divide by 3, you are going to get 4106.66 then centimeter cube. So it means that the volume of my big cone, recall that the volume of your smaller cone or the smaller cone here, using the same formula, 1 over 3 times pi 22 over 7 times the radius is what? 7 squared over 1 times then the height. Remember our height is this x, which is 10 times 10. 7 here we cancel 7 here, so my vs will now become 22 times 7 times 10, 1540, all divided by 3 to the 513.33 then centimeter cube. Therefore my volume of the frustum will now be the volume of the big cone, which is 4106.66 minus 513 0.33, all in centimeter cube. Therefore, if you subtract this, you will get 3593.33 centimeter cube. So this is the volume of the frustum using the long method. Now we are going to use two methods that are very quick to obtain the same value of 3593 as the volume of the frustum. Remember, we obtained that the volume of the frustum is 3593.33. As you can see on the board, I have wiped out the extension that was here because it's not needed in the fast formula that we shall be using to obtain the volume of the frustum. And that formula is simple. It is what? The volume of the frustum is H over 3 open bracket A1 plus A2 plus the square root of A1 multiplied by A2 close the bracket. Now what is A1? A1 is simple the area of this bigger what? The top part of the upper part of the frustum, and A2 is the area of this lower part. So as we know, our area, since it's a circle, is given by what? Pi r squared, and our pi is 22/7. Our radius is 14 for the upper one and 14. 7 can go in 14 twice, so 28 times 22 gives us 616. So it means that my A1 is 616 centimeter squared. Then A2 can also be computed using pi r squared as well. My pi is 22/7. My radius here is 7 times 7. 7 cancel 7. This will give us what? 154. So this is 154 centimeter squared. Good. Now that I know my values for A1 and A2, and my height from the question is 10 centimeters, I can now put it in this formula to obtain the volume of the frustum. We're given that the height is 10. Our A1 is 616. Our A2 is 154. Then 616 multiplied by 154. Then if you multiply this together, if you add 616 to 154, you get 770. And if you look for the square root of 54864, you will get 308. So if you add 308 to 770, you will get 1078. 1078 times 10 will give you 10780. Then divide by 3. 3593.33. Then the unit is centimeter cube, which is the same as previously obtained. Then the second formula, we have pi h over 3 open bracket the square of the bigger radius plus the product of the bigger radius and the small radius plus the square of the smaller radius. Substituting the value for pi, you will get 22/7 multiplied by the height, which is 10, then everything over 3. Our r squared is 14 squared plus 14 times 7. Then our small r is 7 squared. Now simplifying this, Then 14 squared is 196. 14 times 7 98, and 7 squared is 49. If you add up everything in this bracket, you are going to obtain 353,3593.33 centimeter cube, as also obtained in the last two methods. I hope this video was helpful. Kindly share it with your friends and loved ones. Click on the subscribe button. Bye for now.